Hello, it is I, Bear. Let me pause the music. There we go. How's everybody doing today? It's a Monday. I'm no longer on call. Huzzah. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm happy, ready to paint. Wildly, it's weird. The rare days when I skip a day and I do something else or I miss it entirely, it feels wrong now. Used to be like, "Oh, I'm taking a break," but already it feels like I am, like, skipping out on my job. It's really odd. But hey, it is what it is. I, anywho, aside from Thursday, I was just not available. I had some shopping to do, and I was just like, "Hey, I'm just gonna take care of that." And by the time we got back, I thought, "Hey, I'll be able to stream." But by the time we got back, it was already like 2 hours later than I would normally start streaming and just felt weird. So I just said, "Screw it. I can't handle the total silence. I am gonna play something really quiet so that at least I can hear it." You probably won't, but it'll be quiet into the background. Um, yeah. Um, and then I went ahead and got on stream Friday just to play a game, just to do something, for the end of the week. I played Star Trek Resurgence for a couple hours. It's pretty cool. I played pretty much just as far, maybe a little further than I had the first time I had tried it out. So at some point in the future, when I want a game again, I'll probably play that or something else. Who knows? I'll make up my mind at the time. But yeah, that I suppose brings us to today. What are my plans? Well, let me switch to the live view. Drink a coffee if you got it. I've got mine at the ready and like a clear green cup. Um, so the title says it all. I'm going to be playing around with metallic watercolors today. I oh, and I'm only streaming on Twitch today. I'm not doing the multi-stream because it was complicated to set up, and I have to go into many of them and manually set things and grab stream keys and all that. And it was just unless I'm doing it regularly, it's going to be a little annoying. Twitch just lets me stream, and I can use the same stream keys, and I liked that. But with everything else, changing one, randomizing it every time, and then I had to like fiddle the buttons. It was just going to be a pain. So I just said, screw it. Just going easy and traditional today and just doing Twitch. Anywho, metallic watercolors. That's my goal today. I have been wanting some better options for metallic watercolors for a while now. I have one that I've used over here to the right. I'll look at it here in a minute. But I've got a new set that I want to try as well. Um, because I wanted something that stood out a little more and was like true, like actually like reflective metallics, not just, oh, look, it appears to be silver, it appears to be gold. I wanted something that actually had some like metal flakiness to it and like iridescent and metal flake, like metallics were the best option for that. That they're really hard to find. And when you find them, they're really expensive. And of course, while we were out shopping, I came across one and it got my attention and I wanted to experiment with it. So I bit the bullet and bought that set. It was a little tiny bit expensive, um, more than I usually like spending for this kind of thing. But I figure for what it is, it's like a one time purchase for like a long period. um, I don't typically I would have to have metallic paints to paint with them, but even having them, I think I'm going to use it fairly infrequently. I don't think I'm going to in the future intend to paint fully with metallic. If I use it at all in moments where it makes sense, it's going to be for accents, highlights, pop of color, that kind of thing, right? Uh, not to be used for full paintings because I would just burn through it and it's a little bit too expensive for that. So, what am I going to do? Well, I had some thoughts on that. Um, In front of me here, I've got, it's just on screen a little bit, but I have a ring light in front of me. I just have it off right now because it's going to be shining directly at me, but it's at desk level. The hope is with it turned on here in a minute, when I do start painting, I'm hoping it'll make the metallics kind of pop on screen a little bit. I didn't really experiment with it. The most I did truly was this. I'll show you. I'll turn it on. I'm also going with a cooler light today. I'm using like a cool, like a bluish tint light instead of natural or like sunlight color, because I think it'll probably make metallics look a little better. My goal is when you paint with this, I'm hoping that it's going to shimmer a little tiny bit, just look a little bit good, a little attractive. Um, but to see that, you have to have the light in front of you and you have to catch the camera that is looking at it at like a sharp angle. So I've got my side view camera ready to go and zoomed in so that anything I put down in this area hopefully should be maybe getting some of the light, but I don't know if it will. I might need to rearrange this ring light as I'm doing it to see where it works. It might be literally over to the right uh, to be able to actually make it function. So we'll figure that out when the time comes. I'll try to make it in a way that doesn't, get in the way. But that said, I'm going to need to do some experimentation. So we'll do that later. But I think what we'll need to do is actually look at the set that I got. So let me reach over here and grab some of the things that I got. Oof. Okay. Well, first and foremost, you may recognize this little palette that I got. I got it online on Amazon, some like a month or two back. I think it's probably like 2 or 3 months to be fair. But while we were at, I think Michael's, I came across, it might have been Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I don't remember which. I think Hobby Lobby. I came across basically a larger version of the same palette, kind of like floral petal kind of design. But it's what I expected the one on the left from Amazon to be. And it was even closer to the measurements across of what the listing said, uh, but I didn't get. So clearly, I'm going to keep using the small one because it's great for little wells when I need a tiny bit of color. But I found that when I was mixing up a large quantity when I needed a lot, I was having to refill this one, and that makes the colors go off. The rocket that I did last week had that problem when I was doing the indigo mix. It ran out. So I'm hoping that having one with larger wells would give me more time, more coverage when I need to do a lot. So I have a large one now. That's all for that one. Uh, I got some paper. One of these. One I already had. Uh, I got this paper here. And oh, I think that's it. I feel like I got something else. Let me go check. Hang on. No, I think I just got more of the 9 by 12 Strathmore 400 series paper. Just to backstock that because I use it the most. It's my best, like mid grade, mid high. I don't know if I can, what grade of paper I can call it, but it's the one I go to the most that doesn't cost the most. So it's very beneficial to me to use. So it's this one, just larger. This is a smaller little book version of that same paper, which I actually quite like. It should be really nice to use. The first page is kind of stuck to it really well. That's interesting. I'll have to pull that off. Um, Wow, yeah, this book is really stiff. I imagine I'm just going to be pulling individual sheets out of this one. And I think he glued the page on top to the top of the book a little bit on this one. So I'll have to pry that off, or it's just really rigid. Regardless, a little book, so it'll be good for smaller prints. Um, I plan on using it today, so we'll see how it goes. Just the same paper, just smaller. Uh, 5.5 by 8.5, if anyone's interested. Um, this is the painting from last week as well. The uh, mineral paper one. This is it dried. Wasn't quite a really like striking color combination, so it just kind of looked mostly yellow and black. But there's bits of other colors in there if you look closely. But it didn't really bloom like quite as widely as I would have wanted. So we'll scoot it over here to get it out of the way. This though, this is great. I don't know if well, I don't remember if my other half used it or not, but she has one of these as well, and he was using it with his alcohol marker sets that he was working with. He's since got some new ones from I think that's the brand. Um, Copics are way too expensive, but this is a great brand that has good quality, so I think you'll enjoy that. Regardless, he has one of these, and I wanted to replace my clipboard because the one I have is made of like that particle board pressed material kind of stuff, or I don't know what the material is. But whatever it is, the second it gets wet, it inflates and starts flaking off and comes off of the tape. This will do that. It's like some sort of plastic material, so I should be able to tape to this and be able to paint on it when I want something portable. So I really appreciate this. I might use it today. We'll see. I'll keep it to the side just in case. This I already had, but I've only used once. It's some Stonehenge Aqua Cold Press black paper on a pad. Uh, this is mainly for gouache, but it can be used for watercolor as well, like metallics. So I'm thinking today I might be able to use some of this. So I've got this at the ready to decide just to use when the time comes. I think this will look the best down here with the reflection from the light in front of me hitting it. So we'll see how that goes here in a bit. But scoot this over here. Actually put this over to my side. I think what we're going to do is open this up because it's going to take some time, I think, to go through all of this. It's hard to tell, but this is a list of all of the colors that are on this set. It focused, so it's good. It's got 8 metallics and 4 iridescents. Iridescent is kind of like a pearlescent paint job. If you've seen one on a car where you look at it from certain perspectives and it shifts color, kind of color changing, those 4 are in that vicinity. The other colors, I haven't really actually read this. Let me check. The top left one is called Diamond White. The one below it is called Silver, then Mars Black, Powder Blue, Lime Green, Gold. It says Gold or Dorado. That's interesting. Metallic Deep Gold, Copper. The iridescent ones are Jasmine Yellow, Sea Green, Plum Purple, and Strawberry Red. So that sounds interesting. This is says designed in the USA. It's made by Arsteca Inc. out of Miami, Florida, and also Arsteca Europe Limited out of the UK. But it says manufactured in China. It's designed in the USA, which means so much nowadays. But yeah, and it says it comes with a gift, a water brush pen, which is also something I've never used. So we may experiment with that. So let's crack it open. Take a look. OMG, let go. That's open. That's open. What is it catching on? Oh, what was that? Oh, that's so funny. Okay, let me try to get this out of here without it getting caught. There we go. Uh, there's a ring on the back of it. I doubt us for hanging it up because it would be hanging at a weird angle. So that's something else. Yeah, Ars Technica 12 iridescent colors. Both claims they're all iridescent. We'll see about that. It says reusable paint when dried on palette. Oh, so if you take it off of this and put it on the palette, you can re-wet it. You know, like watercolors. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Comes with some papers. Oh, here's the little water pen in the middle. If I can get it out. It comes in pieces. It looks like you have to assemble it. I don't even know how you use one of these or how you load it with color. Do you load it with color? Do you just load it with water and then paint this it and then it just keeps applying water? I'll have to look up how these work. I actually don't know. And yeah, here's all of the paints. They're in little folders, I guess you call it. Can this come out? It can. It turns out one big little platform, a metal one at that. That's fascinating. I've actually never seen anything like that before. Got they're half pans and they're kind of clipped in. And I'm gonna have to open them to be able to use them. They're covered, I guess, so you can see what the names are. Because I imagine they don't have names on themselves. So once they're down, I think you have to go off the back of the package or something to know what the colors are. Perhaps we'll see. And this is interesting. Yeah, it's fascinating. I guess the idea is this ring is to put your finger through to hold it if you want to hold the palette while you work. I think that's what the purpose of that is. But yeah, let's look at opening these. How did I get these out of here to do that? Okay, I just lift and it just kind of comes out. All right. And there's a little paper on the back. I suppose I can get my hand or my nail in there to peel it. Let's check. Or maybe not. It's kind of thin. I imagine I can just tear it, but I wanted to try to unfurl it the way they expect you to. Let go. Ah, there we go. Okay. That peels. It's sticky. It's sticky all around. It's just like a tape. Yeah, and it just clears a pan. This is the lime green one. As I saw it, there is no name on the pan itself. So I will have to be very judicious about keeping track of the names of each of these. And it doesn't seem to be in a particular order. Like it doesn't align with the colors that's on the back, even remotely. It's all over the place. So I may have to rearrange them in the same order that they are on the back to have a chance at being able to keep track. Mhm. Um, so yeah, let me take them off and put them in order first. I wonder if I can put this on the bottom, but I won't ever be able to keep track of it. So that's kind of difficult. Now I wonder if I can cut. No, it is sticky, but I'd be sitting here forever trying to cut. I mean, maybe. I have the scissors. I can see how difficult it is to trim it down. So if I take you and cut you here, uh, and do the same here. It doesn't say that. Please turn over. One of the things the tape says is please turn over. Designed in USA, manufactured in China. I guess to unwrap it from the bottom. We'll see. Any I think I can. I don't need the numbers like A720, which must be like their code for what the paint is, but I should be able to tack it down. So if I do it in order, and there's 12, so I could do the main colors on top and then two of them on the bottom, and the last four can be the iridescent ones. I think that would work. Sure, why not? Well, let's take them out and get them to the side. What a fascinating way of pulling them in. A little clip like that. Do 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 do. Man, I turned on that music to try to have something. Oh, you know why? I needed it somehow. I was like, why is it so quiet? Turn it up a little bit. Okay, so lime green is in the fifth position, so I'm gonna put it there. One, two, three, four, five. Not what they designed this for, but it's gonna work for me. All right, I'll put the lime green in here. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to pick them in order. I'm using gold next so I can fill the spot and have them slid over. It is gold, and then there's a metallic deep gold. So let's find the right one. This guy. Peel him on. Okay. And in he can go. All right. And without the skizzers, this skyzole. Villain extraordinaire. Put that down right there. We've got ourselves a gold and a lime green. To the left of the lime green, we have powder blue. That's this one. I wonder why they wrap them like this. I guess just to have the naming on them so you know what they are. That'd be around. Powder blue. You can go right there. And let's get your label ready. Okay. Powder blue. You, my friend, are gonna go right there. All right. Next up is Mars Black. Mars Black. There we go. Interested how a black is in a black color is in a metallic set. I imagine and hope that it has some kind of shimmer to it. We'll see. Yeah, I can see where it probably will. It's kind of like a black silver in a way. Name is the color. Let's get the label cut. And the last state. It's Mars Black. All right. Next up is silver. Here it is. Yeah, we can look at the paperwork here in a minute when we get this part done. Silver. I have silver away. Okay, silver, you're up next. All right, and the first one is diamond white. Diamond white, here it is. It's good. They confirm on the packaging this is non-toxic paint. It's always good to know. And it's also, they call it diamond white, but it looks very titanium white to me. Let's get that one going. Uh-huh. Let's get the top of that one ready. All right. Then diamond white. All right. We have our top row ready. Not perfectly aligned with the labels, but I don't expect it to be perfect on there. I just want to have them present as I can. Next up after gold is metallic deep gold, and that's right here. I have at the end this left spot. Excuse me, some coffee. Yeah. Release. There we go. That one actually tore a little bit, but it's fine. It's on the side I don't need. This is metallic deep gold. Not bad. Okay. Same as the others. Just cut this and get it ready. Uh, Okay. And then the top. Okay. One fold it over instead of sticking. Yeah. And metallic deep gold. You, my friend, are going to go right there. It's like trying to apply decal. They never can get those lined up on things either. Copper is next. There it is. Some music's a little slow and sleepy. Let's pick something else. Uh, oh, that's a bright copper color. Almost doesn't look copper. We'll see when it's wet. And strings back right to the. Next up is Jasmine Yellow. Kicking in. All right. Sea green is next. This guy right here. Whoop. All right. Plum purple is next. Well, I like how that one looks. That one's got a nice blue purple combination. More the iridescence. That's a good one. Can't wait to get to see that on paper. And space back. And right. Last up is strawberry red. Promises to be like a purple to red combo, at least according to the package. Maybe like a deep red to a bright red. That's pretty. It looks kind of like a strawberry sorbet. All right, last one. There you go. It's not perfect, but it's enough to be able to see them when I need to know what they're called. You can see how good my alignment is not. The colors are pretty. I think they'll come out really well once they're on paper, of course. But you can kind of see how the bottom right four of them kind of are iridescent and they shimmer between different colors. I think it'll be more obvious once they're on paper. Well, that's next. So let's put this in here where it belongs. That's interesting how that goes in there. That's cool. Let me put this in the trash. I was mentioned on something at work. Let me read that really quick. A couple of some things. Okay. Not that. Oh. All right. Good. Progress for a work thing. That'll be a nice feature to get once it's up and running. Anyway, the papers that come with this. Ah, okay. It's interesting. It has instructions. Begin by applying a generous amount of watercolor paint to the upper left-hand corner of each color chart. Wash the brush and wet the right-hand corner with water. Remove the excess water from the brush by pressing it out. In the middle of each color chart, connect the damp watercolor paint with the water that you apply to the opposite corner. This will create a smooth light to dark effect. So it's teaching you how to make gradients, which is good for people that need it. Couple. But it's interesting that it comes with both a white and a black paper. So that means that these should work on black paper, which is why I've got my black watercolor paper I've not used over there to the side. Interesting. So what are the ones on the bottom for? If the ones on the top. Oh, maybe I can do just the pure color and then ones on top and then do the gradient ones on the bottom. That sounds good to me. I noticed that I don't have these in the order that they put them on the thing. They're kind of all over the place. Oh, they're in the order that they put them in the pans, but I wanted them in the order that they put them on the back of the paper. So I'll just align them where I think they need to go based on what's on the back here. So let's think this through. So I'm gonna put this over where I normally put my paint. I'm gonna keep the chart nearby so I can refer to it. And let's get my new clipboard. I think we can put it on there. Move my coffee out of the way so I don't spill it by accident. And might need to move a couple things out of the way. Sorry, Link, you're in the way. And wait. I think I can tape these down. That should make life easier. Let me turn the music down. What have I for music that I can play that I don't mind playing to the background? I'm at the Persona set. I haven't played that in a while. It'll be fine. Where is it? Well, I'm not seeing it. It's here, but no, fuck it. I'll just play some more Bernigalese. Okay, let's get this figured out. When you're looking for sense, but found it driving and my car. Running in the car, feel understand. Wish, wish, yeah. All right. These are pretty small. I don't think I ever need to take the sides down, so I'm just gonna leave them alone. Get a brush ready. I think I'll just stick with my size 6 round. Yeah, size 6 round brush. All right. That looks good. How does it look if I do the side view? That's in view. In worst case, I can move the ring light closer if we need to see the shimmer effect. All right. Let me see if I can move the camera up a little bit. Well, our sons, we found each other. Our one. I'll figure out this water brush later. We were never making love. All right, let's get some paper towels ready. Well, that's the end of that all. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Listen to we've been just like someday. Well, just staring at the ceiling top. I'm thinking about when you touch me tonight. All right. Got my water here. Let me go ahead and wet this palette and let it sit in some water for a minute. Out in the sandbox. Just one day, where the hell, but the life is gone to come. Okay. All right. Let's wet our brush and get started. I'm going to start as the top left is A72, and according to their chart here, that's the lime green one. That's this guy. It's weird hearing the song live and it being Ed Robertson instead of Stephen Page singing it, because this is literally about him being overweight, and Ed Robertson was never overweight like that. So silly. Just like Brian was to you doing. Just like Brian Wilson did. Downtown in the rain. 9:30 on a Tuesday night. Just to check out the late night. He's singing both parts. That's just weird. Whether instincts are conditionally low, fast. All right. Next in their chart is 749, which is metallic deep gold. It's the one on the bottom left of the palette. It's still the same lanterns. The world to be about. I'm saying that I'm the spoon and where does now want to be? I don't understand. Hey guys. Yes, we're working on metallic watercolors today. Let me turn the music down. Yeah. So out shopping last week, or over the weekend. I forget which. I think over the weekend. Um, I came across these metallic watercolors, and somehow the box got wet. I must have dropped water on it. Mhm. Um, there we go. Yeah, it says Ars Teca, premium metallic and iridescent watercolor paint half pans. Comes with a water brush pen I've never used before. I have it over here. I'll probably figure out how to use it later. But yeah, I wanted to try out some metallic paints. I wanted a better quality set than the one that I had, which was like a Hobby Lobby, like basic set of just actual metal colors. So I wanted to try a better quality one. I'm not going to paint with it nonstop in the future, but I think instead of doing full paintings, I'll be using it for like accents and things where a little pop of color is needed. Uh, and it seems so far to be really pretty set. Here it is. I'm sorry. Let me switch cameras. Here it is up close. I put some labels on it. Actually, still have the cameras. They're wrapped around each pan, so I just cut them apart and kind of show them on there. They're a little wet from the water being sprayed on it, but otherwise holding up pretty well. And it came with these little test cards. So I'm matching up. I put them in like order in the tray here, but based on the color arrangement on the back here. But they each have numbers. So I'm doing them in the order that they say to on the test cards. And it came with both black and white ones. So it should, and looks like it's holding up on black paper really well. And because of that, I've got my black paper over there that I've never had a chance to really use. I'm hoping to play with here in a bit. So yeah, I'm just going through and just doing the little charts, the swatches. I just finished uh, metallic deep gold. Next up is 702. And according to the chart, that is Mars black. So let's look at that one. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing all right. Susan, nice time to you the last past and I'm trying to tell you when you feel but too long goes the night I fell asleep and found with no conversion, no spring breaks, no stone of the terror burn far away from me. Complete the rich, the wind with the rise and toys flips. Sometimes the earth was hidden in the current land. Not to feel so much as to say, not to be done. If our eyes was real to look tonight, it was tonight. I'm sitting in the I'm good. Good. I'm glad. Serious. I checked the tracking on the package coming to you. It should be coming on Wednesday, it looks like. It's so easy to ask if someone's inside. Put your arms in like they tried and they tried. Maybe it's too long. All right. 700. That is diamond white, the first pan. I should not sing that. All right. Get the black ones. All right. Yeah. I hope you like it. I've got a painting in there for you and some other goodies. All right. Uh, 718 is next. 718 is powder blue. Is the fourth one from the top over here. Blue. What? Right. Do the clear bit on the bottom. And 715 is next. That is lost. Oh, we have to do one of the iridescent ones. Plum purple. All right. Plum purple is this one. Looking forward to the iridescent ones. And so and burn and burn. Depending on the iridescent ones look way better on the black paper, which is clearly why they included it. All right, next up is 744. That's another iridescent. It's sea green. Sea green is this one. I am very glad these are all coming out well on the black paper because that's what I really wanted them for. And it's amazing how transparent they are on the white paper. It really, I don't know. I'm sure when it's dry on white paper, it looks great, but when it's wet, it wimps out. It gets so transparent. But on the black paper, it looks awesome. Right. Wow, that looks like almost a completely different color between the black and the white paper. It's wild. Next up is 703. We're back to something on the left. Gold. Okay. This is just a regular gold, which I suppose makes sense because it's next to the deep metallic deep gold. And this one is here. One. Well, great. To get to the head. No one will to get to the heart. Will to the plan of the head. Walk something again. All right. Next up is 701 silver. One will to the dead. And oh, I am. To the dead. To the power and the fire. What is doing the dead? I win. How's it look from the side? Just wet. May have to find a different angle for that light to make it kind of shine. We'll see. See how it looks over here. Hmm. I'm curious what angle, it looks the best at. Huh. I think it almost looks better from above. Just get this back off over here. Yeah, from the top, I think looks better. I mean, it's kind of far away. Oh, I can switch to this full screen view and give you a little bit closer view. I'd zoom in with the camera as well. Huh. It held that because of the word viewers. Oh, I guess it's on my list to block. That's funny. A lot more viewers. Yeah, I think it looks better from above. All right. Where was I? This one. 733. 733 is okay. The music is loud. Turning it down so I can hear it. 733 is one of the iridescents. Strawberry red. Strawberry red. That is the last one, the bottom right here. So to that one. And shiny silver and white are so pretty. I mean, to be perfectly fair, they're all kind of gorgeous. But yeah, yeah, I look forward to seeing them on just a regular like black sheet of paper. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but having a full black sheet of paper, I think will actually be pretty cool. All right, strawberry, strawberry red, iridescent color. Brought to you by Arteza. One day I might have sponsors. One day. Is it perfectly in the square? No, it is not. Does Bear care? No, he does not. Mm. If perfection was my game, I would have given up long ago. That's a pretty red. Let's get it down here. And try to get it nice and thick on these cards. It's amazing how some look better on white and some look better on black. Wow. Right. Let's get some water on here. Put it right blue. See right there. And connect these guys. All right. Next up, 707. That is copper. Copper is next. All right. Copper is this one. Yep. And white. Yep, this is one of the ones that looks better on black. It just gets so transparent on white. It just kind of disappears and looks muddy. Just get a little bit darker. Let's wet it down. I can try. Let me finish these and mess with the camera. Right. Yeah, let's see if I can zoom in. I do have this. It's going to be a really ugly angle. I can turn the camera and it'll be at an angle, but that actually zooms in the camera and is closer. So that might work. Can't straighten it. Without doing a lot of additional physical, like moving things around. So that might work. And then I can pull it back out in a minute. Oh, the last one is another iridescent. Jasmine yellow is the last one. Let's hit that guy. And then I think I can probably adjust it here in a minute and move it over to where it's just focused on the left side, but a little closer. And it will be more straight on. This is this one. Jasmine yellow. Do, 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 do. I'm in downloads. My body moves. I was buying in a house. Wow, they look totally different on black paper and white paper. Another one of them. On the black paper, it looks like yellowish gold. On the white paper, it looks lavender. Or jasmine, I guess, as the name says. That's wild. I wouldn't think it came from the same brush if I hadn't done it myself. Report in the yard. We can be what on. Reaching there somewhere. I really like the red on black on the bottom. Everything looks better on black. True. Giggity. I'm having million dollars. But my ring for coat, that's cool. All right. Yep. With a land or an emu. All right. Those are done. Let's put the brush up for a minute. Let me see about straightening the camera up because I'm going to need it for the next view anyway. So let me line that back up and I'm going to move it this way. Okay. And then store. Wait, come on, the man cousin. Oh, wants to know. Bend downwards like I'm asking. There we go. Oh, look at my stomach. Okay. Well, and flying all over the place. Yep. You're gonna line up? Yeah. And it's a little bit closer. Enough to see a full sheet of paper, which is where I'm going next anyway. Anyway, I think. Let me go ahead and dry this. Well, some of it might be a tiny bit wet still in some spots, but it's looking pretty good. Let me turn the music off. This looks amazing. Um, I am very, very, very happy with how these look. Uh, Even more so on the will that work? And then will the camera pick it up if I bring it close? It might be too bright. I might also knock it over on something. So let me hold it. Uh, Maybe the ring light above will light it up. Let's see how that looks. Oop, I'm hitting all kinds of things. It's kind of close. It does look way better under a bright light. Um, which is what I was trying to do with this. Try it from the right side. Hmm, definitely. And the black side looks way better, but it's amazing how some of them are a completely different shade between black and white. It is wild at just how different they are. But the black side looks amazing. But as you said, everything looks better on black. But let me turn it sideways so I can get closer to the camera. Oh, yeah. Light up there is all sideways. Focus. 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 There we go. Jeez. Yeah. It they're really pretty. And the white side, I mean, almost like regular paint. It you can tell it's reflective, but man, it pops on the black paper. Absolutely. What a completely different difference between both of them is just wild. And from the side, I'm curious like how close you have to get or what angle you have to do for a shimmering effect. Because I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but sometimes on Instagram you see people who have painted with metallics and they show their little video of their painting. And you can always tell that there's a light hitting it from very close to the table, but just out of camera focus or camera shot. And it makes the metallics just pop when they're painting them. And I'm curious what angle that is. I mean, I have to experiment and play with my phone and see what it looks like. Let me try it just looking at it myself instead of trying to look at it through the camera. Yeah. I mean, it seems like directly across from the camera. I mean, which makes the most sense because that's how mirrors work. The light you see in front of you and above is matching, right? That's where it gets the most reflectivity. But kind of from above a tiny bit. But that's because I'm looking from above. If I was looking down low and close to it, I'd want to be at the same level as the light. Let me try let me put that back here and let me try hitting it, taking a picture with my phone really quick before I move on. Wild. Okay. Now, let's get this back over here and let's go ahead and get these up. Yeah. Yeah. They're very pretty. All right. And now that I have this, it's just wild the difference between some of them. Let me keep these nearby. I'm going to put them over on the left over here. Well, so get a sheet of this off here. Today's born, but I want to look in the mirror. And see my face through the lens. Weird. With it being black, it almost looks like construction paper. Very wild. Hair. There you go. Oh, pull this closer to me so I can tape it properly. Maybe from the bottom first. Huh. Weirdly harder to see on black paper to tape it down. Fine. Come on. Come on. There we go. And we can figure it out. Too bad on the baby. I'm so right. That's probably why it feels just like I'm falling for the first time. So days and I'm so another turn after you. It's driving me crazy. So strange. Feels just like I'm falling for the first time. So that is zoomed in, but it's going to be a little bit more pixelated because this is just a 1080 resolution camera and zooming in is digital on it. So it's just going to be a little blurrier. but I think that helps at least be able to see it a little better. So what am I going to do here? What a good looking question. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm just going to go totally abstract with it and play with the colors and see what they do. And try to pick ones that look the best on the black paper, which is just wild to me. The difference. Some of them, like they just like the green looks mostly the same on both, but is a little brighter on the white. The golds look kind of okay on both, but look better on the black. The Mars black one, um, I think it looks good on both, but because of what it is, it's like a shade of gray in a way. It's brighter on the black and darker on the white, which is really wild. Um, that diamond white one looks really nice. That's the fourth one over on the top row. It looks good on both, but you see it better on the black one. The next one over looks good. What was that one? 718. Uh, 718 is powder blue. That right there is powder blue. The next one is a beautiful one. That one is plum purple, which is one of the iridescents. And it looks completely different between black and white. Come on, focused. There we go. Yeah, see the black on top and on white? Like on the black, it has like that purple to blue iridescence like it's supposed to. And on the white, it's got just a hint of the blue, but it's more purple. And then we go to the bottom half of our card, like the difference between 744, which is sea green, 740. Come on, focus. Yep, 744 there. That sea green is the same on both of them, but like especially when you tilt it, you see how the on the left you see more of the green color, but on the right you see more of like a brownish, like a reddish color. It's just amazing the difference between the papers. And you see it especially on the faded version down at the bottom too. It's wild how they're the same color, but they transform onto papers. And same for the right side. 724, which is jasmine yellow. This one here, completely different. It's a bluish lavender color on the left, on the white, and then it's like a yellowish color on the black. It's just amazing how totally different they are from each other. Regardless, we're gonna try it on black paper first. Let me keep that on top. And I think let's just go abstract and just put water down and do wet on wet and just let them bloom and play with each other. Yeah. Oh, you know what might be a good one? Maybe we can do our circles trick or exercise. I think that would be nice. But maybe I can try it on just like wow, you can't see the water going on there hardly at all. I mean, you can from above, but from where I'm sitting, it almost disappears. That's wild. I feel like I'm painting on construction paper too. It's weird. It's crossed my mind. All right, let's pick a color. I'm going right for that plum one, that plum purple. Did it over on this side. Yeah, I may need to paint these directly on there instead of putting it on wet and just let them blend after the fact. Put on my tape over here. will drift minutes. When past never got I had. Sort of lime green. Okay. Nice touches, they look dancing soon. I could choose blind range and kiss my eyes. We were right and singing. But I mean, it doesn't look as good when it's wet, but it's wild how it transforms when it dried. Let's see. Oh, I had an accident here. Let's go copper. Uh, on paper, the copper and that strawberry red look kind of close to each other. All right. Let's try gold. And oh, All right. That one was the jasmine yellow. Nandun not on. Haven't done this one. I haven't done silver yet. Just do silver. Pretty wild. Pen. Done the black to that. And I think that's all of them. Okay. Now let's do some of the other ones. Just kind of mix and match. Now that is just gorgeous. That plum purple was just amazing. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't take care. I'm loving that pink at the top. That was, I believe, the strawberry red one. Pink, black, silver, gray. Pink, black, silver, gray. Pink, yeah. I think my favorite so far is this purple, this plum purple one that's up here and down here on the bottom. I think it'll look better too as it dries. And we can lift it up and kind of shimmer in the light. It'll be fun to see how all these come out. I've done this one. I think so. It's pretty wet. Oops. Man, there's splashing water all over the place. Hit some more of this diamond white one. And, and I haven't done a lot of this one. The sea green. I think that's what I did up there actually. Let's go back for some blood green. Copper. Man, these are pretty. Oh, just in general, the favorite combo is the pink, black, and silver. I can see it. It's a neat mix. I quite like it. You, you, it, think we're almost done with this one. We just need to let it dry and we can take a look at it. Hmm. And I think I've done enough damage. Okay, let's dry this. Mm. Well, let me tell you, this is pretty. Um, I don't know how well it looks from above, uh, once it dried, but let me tell you, it looks really, really, really good from my perspective. Let me zoom back out. Well, that's not the one I wanted to do at all. I meant to do this one. Grab the wrong remote. That one. Uh, it looks pretty. Oh, so pretty. Scoot this down. I was considering. I was considering adding something on top of this, but I'm going to preserve that for a future painting. I think I'm going to keep this one the way it is, so I can see how they all blend and have kind of almost a reference for how they look when they're touching. So I'm going to go ahead and peel it now. Mm. Wow, that paper, when it's wet, comes up on the tape. I don't think that's just paint. That's paper. Fascinating, right? It's gorgeous as it is. You'll see if I can get a good light above it and show you at an angle. It looks even more stunning. I'm almost worried it might still be wet, and if I make it with just a little bit more with the heat gun. Yeah, I may need a lighter masking tape or something. I think, yeah, that's wet. I mean, hit that again. Okay. I'm not gonna touch it again in case there's any more spots, but I will lift it up, and look at this up close. Yeah, that's pretty. It's amazing how much light makes a huge difference. Um, let me see if there's any way I can show it. Just a light on it. Oh, that might do it. Yeah, just have it over here and then just tilt it like that so you can see just the shimmer. It's hard to tell unless you're in person, but man, some of that is just absolutely gorgeous. We have the light away and back. Yeah, some of those colors are absolutely amazing. Seriously, as it is, as you say. I definitely see nebulas being in the future with this. How did I do this? Oh, I had it like that. Um, I totally see using this for nebulas in the future. It's got some gorgeous colors in nearly every one of them. The golds are gorgeous. That strawberry red, pinkish color in the corner, like you said, is great. The that purple one on the left, the bottom there, or like when the light hits it and it's blue at one angle and then it goes to purple. Oh, that sea green one in the corner is gorgeous too. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I completely finally get to see like what I was a network error. That's interesting. Is video buffering? Reload player. Oh yeah, I had a drop for a minute. Oh, you know what? Our air conditioner is hooked up in a way that I think maybe when it kicks on and kicks off, it might trip some of the network equipment, and I may drop. That's happening. Before too long, we'll be back on our window air conditioning unit, and it doesn't do that. But we have to use a portable temporarily because they're going to be painting outside of our buildings, and we have to be a jerk. Air conditioner is kicking on and off. It's making network go crazy. I'll work on that later. Oh, back now? Back here? Yes, it's here. Good grief. Let's get this done before I lose everything altogether. Then I'll figure out over the next couple of days a way to circumvent that the network equipment going out. Figure that out later. Found a battery backup. You think it was staying on, but it's being stupid. Regardless, yes, I love how this came out. End goal. I love the metallic paints. They look beautiful. They're great when they're super rich. They're great when they're thinned out. They're great when they blend. I'm very happy with them altogether. So I think it's going to be a big, beautiful future where I start doing stuff where I include some of the metallic paint in it. I'm thinking seriously, the next thing I'm going to do with it when I use them is going to be nebula. All clearly, right? I will try to make some nebula, but in reverse. I usually do obviously white paper, but I think I can bring from a dark to a light using the metallics and using like just standard colors as a base, since it'll be darker on black. And then I can add pops of the metallic paints on top of it where it makes sense and let them blend. And I think that'll be really pretty. But that's maybe next stream. We'll figure it out. But yeah, before I end up losing the stream altogether, I think I'm going to go ahead and end there. Also, I think food is going to be happening soon, so I can go ahead and chow down. Yum. And thankfully, I'm not on call anymore. On call stopped this morning, so I don't have to worry about random calls coming in tonight. So, huzzah. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to stop there for now. I can't think of anything else to do. We did miss, I showed some of the new things that I got. The clipboard was obvious, but I also got a bigger version of this little palette. So I've got both a small and a large, so I can use both of them. Um, yeah. Oh, and I haven't tried it yet, but I've got this little painting pen thing. Oh, it's got nice bristles, like silicone or nylon, maybe nylon. But so yeah, I'll have to learn how this works and try loading it up and see how you paint with this. I guess you fill this with a liquid watercolor and then close it up and then tip it over and paint with it. Maybe. Oh, did that go backwards? Oh, it screws into it backwards. That's weird. It's like reverse. I guess. Oh, you know why? I think it weirdly wants you to screw the tip into it. No, no, it's totally reversed regardless of the direction. It's completely backwards. I am sure there's a reason for it. Maybe so that it doesn't come undone through normal use. I don't know. I'll figure this out later. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Found us if you're still out there after my network dropped and came back. Thank you for hanging on. I'm going to go ahead and head out for now. I will see you. What day is it? Monday. I'll see you on Thursday. I'll be back with more. What? I don't know. Probably metallic nebulas because that sounds like a neat idea. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up. You have a great night. I've been Bear. This has been Barely Watercoloring, as you can tell. And yeah, I'm going to head out. Have a good night. Bye.